Yesterday, I called him an a-hole. Today, he's with us as always every Wednesday. Time to go Cajun. Let's go.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me.
What is going on, everybody? It is Cajun Wednesday. Lunch with the Clydesdale. We've got Jody in the chat. Jay Birch, Joseph, Meredith, Megan, Craig, and Andrew Stan. Man, we got a packed house.
Packed house.
Pittsburgh, a packed house.
Everybody, all the people. Sarah Cooper, look at that.
Cooper.
All the
Everybody's
people.
running in. Man, sometimes our conversations before we get on air are the best conversations. We were talking, so I'm going to preface this with something we didn't talk about. I watched a show last night on Prime, a movie. It was supposed to be a rom-com. It was, maybe a C movie.
Yeah.
And, but it reminded me of like how bad like the rom-coms of today are, and the teen 20-something rom-coms. Man, I grew up in the era of the best ones. You know, the John Hughes era with the Brat Pack and the Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles and all of those things. And we were talking beforehand that 16 Candles, one of the best characters is Long Duck Dong.
Long Duck Dong.
And today, could you even make a movie with one of the main characters named Long Duck Dong?
No. Oh, Can't Buy Me Love.
Can't Buy Me Love. Oh,
good
my God.
One, D. Like good one.
20 times.
Yeah. Good one. Before he was what do they call it now on the medical drama?
McDreamy.
Before he was McDreamy.
Yep. He was mowing people's lawns and getting the girl.
Fantastic. Can't Buy Me Love. Man, I forgot about that.
I watch Breakfast Club every time I'm sick. Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles, Say Anything, Breakfast Club. Yeah, man.
We just named all of those, Andrew. We were just talking about all of them.
And we were talking about like songs that getting in your head, and we were debating if it even was a song, but in Ferris Bueller, you have the chicka chicka, diddy bum bum. Oh yeah. Is that even a song? We were debating it, but it gets stuck in my head every time I hear it.
I look at it like this. It's got music. I mean, it's music, obviously. It has some sort of lyrics. Like, even if it's just samples of people making noises and saying, oh, yeah, more beautiful. Like,
yeah. I love Ferris Bueller. Like, every time it's on, I watch Ferris Bueller. You know, there's so many classic quotable lines from that movie. There's so many from The Breakfast Club. I mean, we were talking about, man, mess with the bull, you get the horns.
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.
Eric Mackey with the deep track, Secret of My Success.
Oh, Michael J. Fox, man.
Michael J. Fox. Yeah, one of his first ones.
Fantastic film as well.
Shanna says it is a song.
Yeah, it's a song. And I used to know what it was called. Not so much anymore. I was trying to look it up without having to Google it. I know it has a name. I want to say it ended up on the top 40. Like back in the day, like Casey Kasem counting down the top 40 on Sunday morning.
I'm sure it got played in the clubs back in the day. Yellow by Oh Yeah.
Jay Birch.
That's how my dad used to answer the phone.
Yep.
Yellow.
My dad still answers the phone. Yo. I do it now because I've heard him say it a million times.
Joseph, man, Couples Retreat is a fine movie. It is not in this genre. When you're talking Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau, we are way past Molly Ringwald and Emilio Estevez.
It skipped right past.
Yeah, we skipped past Meg Ryan and Sandra Bullock and went all the way up to Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, Meg Ryan is more. If Meg Ryan, the first thing that comes to mind is her and Billy Crystal in freaking what was the name of that darn movie?
When Harry Met Sally?
Yes, When Harry Met Sally. Fantastic film.
Amanda Fillers, my dad says yellow, answering the phone too. Maybe the last good rom-com was The Proposal. It's a great one. I'm not taking anything away from it. There's been some good ones, but they are harder to find today than they were back then, for sure.
Absolutely.
But back then they were mostly teen romance, 20-something romance. We didn't get into the adult rom-com.
Right. Young adult figuring themselves out, coming of age drama / romantic comedy type deal. Yeah, absolutely. That was definitely a thing for a while. And John Hughes dominated it in the early to mid 80s.
When Harry Met Sally, I could watch it every week. Little known fact, maybe it's a known fact, that when Meg Ryan has the orgasm at the table, the fake orgasm, and the lady says, I'll have what she's having, that woman is Rob Reiner, the director's mother.
Oh. It's fantastic. Fantastic.
All right. Vince Vaughn was an a-hole in Rudy. He was. Yeah. I know he was in it. Why can't I think? Maybe he was. Pretty Woman. That's just a classic. Yeah, I fell in love with those legs the minute Julia Roberts talked about him in the bathtub. Just saying. Rudy is all make believe anyway. That's sad to hear. One, I hate Notre Dame, so I always was hoping that would be at a different school, but it is one of my favorite movies. I just hate that it's.
Believe it or not, I've never seen Rudy, mostly because I also hate Notre Dame.
Yeah.
True story, not true story, doesn't matter. I was like, no, I'm not watching a movie about that.
Man, now I've got everybody's username again, and it's really tough. Oh, dude, With Honors is great. That is one of Joe Pesci's best roles I've ever seen him in. And he doesn't ever get any credit for it because he's not a gangster.
Aside from My Cousin Vinny.
Oh, My Cousin Vinny's. Dude. That's another one of my crushes. Marissa Tomei, All Day Long and Twice on Sunday, man.
With bro, she has not aged.
Oh, she's
at all. It's insane.
Still looks good. And I love her attitude. Like I love her.
Well, people have asked her, like, what's your secret or whatever? And she's like, I eat real food and I exercise. Like, literally, that's what she tells people all the time. She doesn't smoke. She doesn't really drink. Like, and she still looks more or less like she did in My Cousin Vinny when she was fairly young at the time. The two Utes.
She was amazing in the Spider-Man movies. Yeah. If I was going to school with Peter Parker, I'd want to hang out at his house every day after school.
100%. Hey, is your aunt home?
Yeah. Exactly.
No, I think she's at work. All right, well, I'll come by later.
Point Break. We're all over the map now.
Yeah, no, we don't skip right out of it.
So anyway, all right, cool. I want to talk about some stuff. I don't know what to do first. Let's go with Media Hill.
Media Hill.
I wanted to get your impressions. I do have a copy of Media Hill. I'm going to try to pull that up here now. So I have a notifier. I need to close. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Share. Whoop. That is not what I wanted. Forget that. I guess I can add an extra camera now. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
There we go. Here we go. Media Hill. I will try to blow this up. Here we go. This is the Media Hill that Boys Interrupted came up with. I'm gonna let you talk first, and then I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Okay. First things first, they did you dirty. I told you that this morning when I watched the whole thing this morning. They did you dirty, plain and simple. Morning Chalk Up does not belong where they are. You could probably take, I would say, barbell spin and morning chalk up and flip them, and it might make sense. But at the very least, you belong on the same level as Jenny and Get With The Programming, and definitely talking to Lead Fitness. That is terrible. Buttery Bros does not belong on the tier that they are. I'm sorry. If it call it recency bias, call it whatever you want. Yes, they have done a ton of stuff. Yes, they have more content out there than probably anybody else does. That it's high quality. I 100% agree with that. But I just don't. Maybe one notch down. Savan should be at the top. I understand why they put themselves at the top, because they are who they are. I thought Dallin was fantastic at keeping everybody in line when they started kind of weaving out or whatnot. Like, that was the first episode I probably watched of them completely front to back. And the dynamic that they have kind of works pretty well, because James is a puppy dog who is just like barking at everything that he sees, and just happy and running around in circles and whatnot. Maybe that's it. Maybe they do feel obligated to play nice with TF and Brother Rose, but I don't understand why. Like, if you're making a ranking, you're making a ranking. When they do the games mountain on barbell spin, they're not playing nice with anybody. They're putting up what they honestly think is where it's at. And it doesn't mean anything, because it's not like it's an official ranking, right? It's not the college football rankings by any stretch of the imagination, which those are nonsense most of the time anyway. Yes, he did. I think Amanda, I wrote it down so I didn't forget. Amanda Harry, got you, Amanda, got snubbed. And even though she is relatively new, in the grand scheme of things, you've been doing this how long?
Me?
Yeah, 2019?
2019. Yeah.
She came along 3 years later, right? 2022, 2023, 2024, and now you still are new, but she deserves to be on there somewhere. Mayhem, their content is fantastic. I would have probably have put them down a level just because they never go live. And which they brought up, I forget who it was that brought it up, but the only people they talk about is Mayhem, which is fair. It's their channel. But if you're going to put them on there, then Training Think Tank's channel should have been on there somewhere, because they do the same thing. They talk about programming. They talk about their athletes. They talk about the stuff that they have going on. And CTP does a damn good job of putting those videos together, as good as Scott does, as Vandersloot does. So, like, if you're going to put Mayhem on there, you should probably put TTT on there, because they do the same thing.
I think that's a great point. I think that is one of the big misses. They don't have anybody in that camp, right?
Right.
They don't have anybody at Mayhem either, but Mayhem is such a juggernaut of what they are. I think TTT, from a quality standpoint, puts out as much quality as Mayhem does. Absolutely. They're just not as big. I do think that is a big miss on the hill, is the TTT podcast. And CTP is freaking awesome.
Absolutely. Morning Chalk Up, I don't think, when's the last time they put out a video of any shape, form, or variety?
Yeah.
I don't even get their newsletter anymore, because every time I got an article, it was either a fluff piece or it was them shitting on something, without shitting on it. And I can't watch like that was driving me bananas. So I get my news from the barbell spin now.
Yeah, here are my takes. So the way one you have to think about perspective, right? Their perspective is from an athlete's perspective. This is their list. And I do believe that some of the chat was correct in saying that they were playing nice with some of the brands, right? I think from me, I come from a media perspective, and that gives me two aspects that they don't have. And that is, I am watching content to either match, improve, or report on content with my own show. Having a daily show, I am looking for inspiration anywhere and everywhere. And so there are things that I cannot miss in a week. The other thing is, I sit in the media room with these people, and so I have a bias in the way that they treat others and the way that they collaborate with others and the way that they work with others. So that bias, as they're going down this list, was like all through my head as I was reviewing this, right? Because there are people that play nice in the media room and there are people that do not. And so what I was going to say, I have mine in tiers. I didn't really do a hill, but I said there is a list of people that I cannot miss in a given week. And those people are Savon, Hiller, Spin, and the Dave Castro podcast. Yeah. And like they mentioned it right. Like Dave Castro isn't the most entertaining thing in the world, but I cannot miss it because if he says something of an announcement or whatever that I need to react to, I need to know what has been said.
He might not be the most entertaining, but he is damn sure the most informative because you can bet your ass if he says it, it's real.
Savon's going to have all the guests on. He's going to have some inside information that the rest of us do not have. You cannot miss his show and be a content creator in this space. Hiller, same thing. The dude digs in. He works his ass off. He knows everything that's going on in the space, and he has so many people sending him the bat signal from all over the world. He is finding stuff that the rest of us can't find, and the Spin is the most reliable news source out there, and I've got to know what's going on in the space. My next tier is the CrossFit Games channel on its own. I think that the recency bias, they had it higher than it should have been because they've only really been active for 6 months. Now, what they did in 2012 and 2014 and 2016 was awesome stuff. But that was long gone. We've had 6 months of a new activated CrossFit media and a CrossFit Games channel. I don't think they get to be on the top tier yet.
No.
So they can prove to me that this can be more with more longevity. Then my next tier is Coffee Pods and Wads, Mayhem, and Dense Updates. Those are the next three that I have to see whenever they are on, so that I can talk to, give opinions on, do whatever. And that's really it for me for like the must see. Everything else is entertainment. I am viewing for the entertainment of what they provide, and it depends on the topic. It depends on how much time I have at that point, whether I can view it or not. But the others are absolutely musts if you're a media member in the space.
Yeah, I don't have to watch Kill Taylor. And most of the time, I don't get to see it live because they do it on Saturday mornings most of the time. And I'm either coaching, training, or got something else going on. So very rarely do I get to catch it live. If I do, I'll watch it. If I don't catch it live, I'm not watching it because I don't give a shit what happens after that. But it's entertaining. Chase and Bill, depending on what show they're doing, whether they're analyzing the programming of something that I care about, I'm definitely tuning in. I like their takes. They're very, very knowledgeable. They are awesome too. They're a whole lot of fun to watch. And it's a fun show. Like, they're two cool dudes. It's not boring. Same thing with Shut Up and Scribble. Like, they're doing two different, basically doing the same show, but for different kind of stuff. Like, that's another one. If I catch it, cool. If not, not really the biggest deal. They're also entertaining, right? When you got Taylor on one side in freaking excuse me. I know the man's name, Jesus H. Christ. Anyway, on the other side, like it's a two different sides, right? Complete thing going on. Super entertaining if I get to watch it. Not really a big deal if I don't. If spin goes live for something, I'm stopping what I'm doing because chances are better not it's important relative to the space. Everything else is, like you said, Savon's Healer, when there's a new Healer video out, I'm watching it. If Healer goes live, watch that. Yes, George Wang, they 100% did CJ at Wild Pret dirty. Here's the thing, and I thought about this.
So this is what I'll say. I love that show. I watch it whenever I can. I'm usually in meetings in the morning when they're on, but to me that falls more in the entertainment level.
It is. And they only go
so
live.
Watch for me, it's more in that different tier.
They only go live at 7:00 in the morning. So there's a good, strong possibility that those four dudes have never actually seen it before, because I can almost promise you that those four dudes are not up at 7:00 in the morning when they go live.
Yeah, somebody earlier in the chat, and it's really rolling in on this subject, so
yeah,
it's hard to find. But I know someone said that East Coast people probably got done dirty because they weren't up early enough to see some of their content.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. I get, like, tomorrow morning, I'll probably watch, I'll watch CJ and Claire on my way. Like, I'll have it on in my Jeep and listening to it on my way back from the pool to my office, because by the time I finish swimming, get rinsed off, get dried off, they've just started their show. And I'll be on my way back and I'll listen to it. But it's at 7:00 in the morning, my time. Those four dudes are not up at 7:00 in the morning.
CrossFit says Fluffy Duck does AI reels. No, he actually does have a podcast.
I've seen like 6, no bullshit. I've probably seen 6 clips on Instagram.
It's not a must watch for me. It's not I like Josh in like the person when I've sat down and talked with him at the games and stuff. He's a really cool dude. It's just his podcast is not something that's on my weekly radar.
And he's another one. Does he go live? I have absolutely no idea.
I haven't watched enough episodes to know. Should Glinton be on the list? I think they're getting there. If they're not there, I think they're getting there. But again, they're an East Coast. I'm not
and they're
sure.
Usually late in the afternoon.
And again, they would fall in the entertainment, and I would put myself in the entertainment piece too. I mean, I'd update some things that I know, but I don't have the breadth of breaking news that Spin and Jenny and all of those have. So
whoever Spin has, whatever his sources are, or it's insane how fast he gets stuff out.
It is. Yeah, he knows all the right places to research and everything. The Glintons for entertainment, I love. And I've said it on this show a million times, like they're the people that fill my energy basket faster than anybody else. When I'm feeling run down and burnt out in the CrossFit space, you go watch the Glintons and all of a sudden that recharges and re-energizes, because they are so giddy about the people they're talking to, or talking with, that they're almost a necessity for me in that manner or respect.
They're two of my favorite people, two of my absolute favorite people. And it's for that reason. Exactly. Like, they haven't lost that shine that some people have when it comes to, oh, holy shit, I'm talking to an actual games athlete. Or I'm talking, like, when they have Bill on or when they have Chase on, like, it would be like me talking to him, like, holy shit, I'm talking to Chase, I'm talking to Bill, I'm talking to whoever it is, and it comes through. And that's what makes it so much fun to watch. And like you and I were talking about the other day, like their interviewing skills have gone, I mean, it's straight up. It's awesome.
They said that they never heard of In the Box Office, but they interviewed them at WFP. Hiller being on top with not even 100K subs shows how niche CrossFit is. We're not talking about the niche, Esther, sir. We're just talking about the list and having some fun with this.
Yep.
This isn't about that.
100%. And yeah, what David said right there about the lady who popped the drug test at the Masters games, and like David was on the podium and hadn't heard anything. That's insane.
He did release 2, just because we're talking about that. No failed drug tests at the 2025 Elite CrossFit Games.
Impressive.
So payouts are being distributed as we speak.
Yeah. Josh and the Imam company team just got their notice that they were all clean and or getting their payment.
I've never even heard of Fluffy Duck. If you follow him on he is a different brand of humor, but he can be really damn funny.
For most of his stuff, for me, is exactly what you said. Like when it's good, it's holy shit, it's good, and when it's different,
the one thing I love about him is he takes the swing.
Yeah,
and whenever you like, just in like baseball, when you're swinging for the home run and you connect, it is a massive home run. When he misses, it's a massive flop.
Yeah.
But it's worth the follow on Instagram to get a couple funnies.
It is. He had, I'm telling you, right at the beginning of COVID, when he put that picture up with him with the little sign that says somebody eats a bat halfway across the world, now I can't go to CrossFit, was one of the funniest things I had ever seen.
Yeah. So I guess the one miss I had is I should have put TTT up as a must watch on that level with the Coffee Pods and Wads, Jenny and Mayhem. And then my entertainment ones, the ones that I want to watch. I watch Kill Taylor. I watch Amanda Harry. I watch the Glintons. But I'll tell you, I haven't even opened an email from Morning Chalk Up in probably a year.
I unsubscribed it. Like CrossFit said it earlier, like as soon as they went to like, give me $1 to get behind the paywall. Nope. No thanks.
And Buttery Bros, the only content I've watched is when they release something from WFP. And I'm only doing that to be able to report on what is happening at WFP.
I used to religiously wait for their new stuff, Buttery Bros stuff. And then after a while, it just got so formulaic. Hey, we're going here and we're doing this, and we're going here and we're doing this, and we're going here and we're doing this. And it was still really good, like really well put together. Like even the ad reads that they did in the middle of it were well put together. They were funny. You know, you could tell that they really enjoy doing what they're doing. But there's only so much of the exact same thing I can watch over and over and over again.
Yeah, I haven't watched a Buttery Bros video on the Buttery Bros channel in probably a year.
Oh, it's been longer than a year for me. I can promise you that.
And I haven't watched a Craig Ritchie video. I haven't watched Talking Elite Fitness.
I don't think I've ever watched a Craig Ritchie video.
CrossFat, Buttery Bros feel like a cover band of themselves. Savon, I believe you're the cowboy. Not Savon, but Corey, you're the cowboy. He has to lower from 2.0 speed to 1.5 when you talk. And yep.
Sorry, Seven.
I wish we could do that in real life.
I talk fast, I mumble, and I have an accent. It's not a great combination. If I had $1 for every time my wife said, "What?" Especially if I get excited, I probably could retire.
If Morning Chalk Up tells us what happened between LaFranco and Lauren Khalil, I'll refollow them. Damn.
That's a solid. No, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Jenny. That's a solid. That's solid. Like, I probably would too. Being quite honest,
I am betting that there are non-disclose documents around that situation from the parts that I've heard.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So talk about my accent is mild compared to Caroline Stanley.
Mama said the Gators are ornery.
They got all them teeth. I was not aware of the fact of how country Caroline Stanley sounded until yesterday. Sweet baby.
I've interviewed her a handful of times. She is
dude, she is as country as a day. I love it, by the way. It's awesome. Like, but I guess I never really heard her speak that much before. And then hearing it all come out like yesterday, she is as country as the day is long, and I am here for it. Like that. She's fantastic. Yes.
I could smell vinegar barbecue and boiled peanuts in that voice. Yeah. Caroline Stanley is all, man. When I lived in Northern Florida, you would drive I-10 and boiled peanuts every exit.
Mm-hmm. They got them down here too, depending on where you stop. They got racetracks, the racetrack gas station down here that sell boiled peanuts.
Yeah.
You know it, Tega.
She is as country as the day is long and such a southern thing.
He ain't wrong.
So yeah, when it comes to like entertainment, so my last comment, this will be the only thing that upset me about this list. I didn't mind being in the runoff, the mudslide, whatever they wanted to call it. I was fine with that. I'm just glad I made the list. But damn, I didn't want to be with Brian Friend. They could have just put me like.
Yeah. No, you don't deserve to be down there with Brian Friend. Sorry.
I just, with my beef with Patrick lately, and which has calmed down considerably. And yeah. And Mason Startup has like one video. I do a daily show.
I am vaguely aware. Like if somebody says Mason Startup, I know the name. And I've probably seen, I want to say maybe 2 of his videos. Maybe. But like it wasn't enough to make me go, oh, I should probably subscribe to this and check it out and watch and see what it is. Because I have absolutely I couldn't tell you anything he's actually done. Aside from the fact that I know his name.
Yeah. That was the only thing. Like I didn't want to be in that same lump with Be Friendly Fitness. And part of that, and this is how I will defend it. Like, I think what Carolyn and Jamie bring to the table and compared to their cast is completely different.
The
athlete's perspective, the female athlete perspective, those are pieces that other shows don't have. And I think that we do.
Speaking of, shout out to Jamie. Happy birthday for yesterday.
Oh yeah. I had that on my notes too. Jamie had a birthday yesterday, and she's continuing to recover from this hip surgery. Hopefully she'll be back at it sooner than later.
They also Mark Moss, he of Uplift, is his birthday today, as a matter of fact.
Happy birthday, Mark. CrossFit, you 3 actually agree to disagree and hear each other. We do. And there's a lot of stuff we don't agree on. But we talk it out. We talk about it publicly, and we'll see where it lands.
I personally love it whenever Jamie and Carolyn disagree with each other. That's usually my favorite thing, because I can watch you sit back like this and just go, here we go. This is going to be fantastic.
Yeah. The reason I got Jamie on in the first place is when her and I were traveling to semifinals in 23, we disagreed on everything. We couldn't agree on anything. We fought all the time. And I was like, this is perfect. I need to get her on the air. And then it was just getting her comfortable enough to fight with me with people watching.
She's great. I love Jamie.
I think Carolyn likes to be contrary.
It depends on what it is.
I think Carolyn just is contrary. I think there are beliefs and there are things that she thinks that are different than the way I think and the way that Jamie thinks. And I think that's the beauty of it. And the key is that we all respect each other's opinion and we talk about it, but at the end of the day, we're still friends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the sign of a good friendship, right? Is the fact that I can tell you, hey, I think you're insane for believing that. I still love you, but you go ahead and have that opinion. I'm going to have something different, and we can still go out and have lunch together, or whatever the case may be. It's that people have lost that in the country and on the planet, as a matter of fact. And I think that's a really great quality to be able to have, is to be able to say, no, I don't think you're right at all, but I don't care that I don't think you're right. I just have my own opinion, and that's okay.
Also, Scott, where do you legitimately put Boys Interrupted? Are they on your mountain or my hill? Well, I don't have a hill. I have tiers. I would put them right now at the top of the entertainment tier.
They are entertaining.
I think they give us a perspective that we don't have from any other podcast. And they are an athlete-run, athlete-only podcast that gives you the behind the scenes and the insight as to what an athlete thinks. And so I think they are at the top of the entertainment tier. They are not I have to watch like Savon and Hiller and Spin, but they are like there's something I want to watch more frequently than other entertainment style podcasts for sure. Scott Summit. Yeah.
Every time you say tier, I think wedding cake. I don't know why.
Well, it's kind of the same thing. That like the top of the tier should be smaller as it goes,
right.
But mine isn't, because I just lumped literally like Savon, Hiller, Spin, and Castro are all on the top. Those are the four that I cannot miss episodes.
Yeah.
Then the games is my next thing. I watch as many of those as I possibly can. And then CP or Cross Coffee Pods and Wads, Mayhem and Dents are also, I have to watch as many of them as I can. And I've never missed a Dents updates because they're short, which I truly appreciate.
Short, punchy. She puts them together very, very well. I got nothing bad to say about Jenny's stuff. And the fact that she knows what she is and leans into it. Like, yep, I am basically CrossFit's TMZ, and I'm okay with that.
Yep. The Clydesdale Cliff, Scott Summit, Scott Slopes, Scott's Aztec Pyramid, CrossFit. I think that is a great analogy. I think that the New Heights podcast for the NFL is what Boys Interrupted is for CrossFit. I think that is a pretty close comparison.
I like it.
Jenny says she's voice texting, but she's also reading our comments.
Well, if she's got a phone holder like mine, it goes right there, like on a dashboard, so I can't help but see it.
A good way to measure is how much do their shows get talked about and make an impact on other shows. That's pretty much what I'm saying, just in a different way, is that those are the shows that I watch and that I talk about throughout the week. The rest of anything that I did not mention in those tiers is just I watch for entertainment only. I appreciate Dense Update Studio. Looks professional, like she cares. And she responds, I do, Corey. And now that Savon has been able to slow you down enough, he actually likes you.
I have no idea if he's talking about me. Why am I a cowboy? I am 100% not a cowboy.
You have the accent, and
I've ridden a horse about 15 times in my life, but definitely not a cowboy.
All right. I don't even know how, man, that's almost, we've talked about teen rom-coms and Media Hill, and that's been the whole show. I wanted to get your impressions. Yesterday we had Triston Patrick on, coach of Hattie Canyo, Kelly Baker, Jacob Marlowe, and a handful of others. And he was responding to Hattie's announcement on Glinton and things, where Hattie has decided to go in a different direction and go with a different coach. On that Glinton Things podcast, you said he got friend zoned. And so we talked about that yesterday. And this is the thing I wanted to get your impression on. He said on that thing that if you're a coach, it is inevitable that every athlete you have is going to fire you at some point, whether it be because they retired, whether it be because they want to go in a different direction, or like Kelly Baker was retired to be a mother. So what is your impressions on that?
That's definitely going in a different direction as her being a mother. Not to say you can't be a mother and a CrossFit Games athlete, because we got several of those at this point. I thought he had a very valid point. I don't think it stung any less, knowing that eventually that was a possibility that could happen, right? And especially not, thank you for getting me to the games. I really appreciate everything you've done. I'm going to brew. And I know Triston is a fantastic dude, and I know that he is as professional as they come as far as that kind of stuff. But like that would hurt. It really, really would. You know, knowing everything that it takes to get to that level and to get to there and to not even just go. Like, she had success at the games, dude. She had a pretty damn good games. And then, hey, I appreciate everything you've done, but I'm going to go somewhere else. I don't think he's wrong as far as that's concerned, because everything ends eventually, right? At some point, you're going to go down, you either go down swinging or you go down quietly, as the case may be. But you're gonna have to stop whatever it is at some point. Like, did he think that she was going to be a full-time games athlete until she was a full-time masters athlete and still be over there with him? Probably not. Right? She probably wants kids at some point.
CrossFit, man, he's just hitting all the analogies today. I feel like he's one of those mid-major college coaches who keeps getting hit by NIL and the transfer portal. And this is where I think things are tough for him, right? Mm-hmm. He gets her to the games. She gets injured at Wodapalooza, could not even train. She didn't know if she was going to be able to do NorCal up until the week before.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right? Then she gets to the games. He's had no time to polish, because their whole goal before this year was to get her to the games. He gets that. They get in there, and then she gets hurt. So there's no polishing this season. It's just trying to get her back in survival mode. And so he's never been given the opportunity to polish. So just like some of those mid-major coaches in college that don't take the big job and try to keep going at the university they're at, they never get the opportunity to keep the top-tiered talent to see if they can actually pull it off.
Do something with it. Yeah.
And because nobody's giving him the opportunity, he doesn't get to show that he can. And until one person stays loyalty and he shows that he can do it, then he's going to be going through this a little bit. Now I know him and Jacob Marlowe have a very tight relationship. And if he can pull it off with Jacob, I think that's where he can kind of show it. Man, you guys are on fire. Maybe you'll be Signetti soon. Oh, because cross that, good way to put it. That's Triston there. Like James Townsend losing Mal to HWPO.
Man.
Ain't that true?
James Townsend is a saint. If you listen to that dude talk for more than 10 minutes, that dude is an absolute saint. He cares about people deeply. He is a fantastic father. He's a fantastic husband, human, like the whole 9 yards. And to say that he got robbed, and I know he doesn't look at it that way, or he said he doesn't look at it that way to a degree, but like, and to see what happened to her afterwards, like the burnout that happened, and you know what she's slinging coffee somewhere in Hawaii at this point, which good for her, right? But like to know that James had her on such a progression, on such a thing that somebody else came in and like, oh, come over here with me. You know, I'm making a weapon.
So I know this is old news, but people still care. I talked to James Townsend at TFX in 22, 23, right before she left. And I asked him, what's the hardest thing about coaching Mal? And he said to get her to stop.
Yeah.
To get her to go home at night.
Fraser said the same thing.
But hear me out. Fraser, when he was in training mode, was full send, no stop. Do you think that the reason she left is because Fraser was going to allow her to be that athlete?
Oh, absolutely.
James was trying to look out for the long haul and trying to get her to taper back a bit.
Yeah. 100%.
She actually went to where it was going to hurt her more because she didn't have someone looking out for her best interest.
James is looking at long term, not just what can we do next year? What can we do next week? What can we do the next 3 hours? Hey, what can we do 10 years from now? You know, you sit there and you look at it's polishing, right? Like we were talking about with Triston, looking at it and going, man, if I polish this just the right way over the long term, this could be absolutely fantastic. And then the other side comes in and be like, well, I mean, it's pretty valuable right now as it is. And we can just shine it up a little bit and it's still gonna be kind of dirty, but it's still gonna be fantastic. Bro.
CrossFit. I think James was on the Iowa football team that got rhabdo before I knew about CrossFit rhabdo. I think you're right. I talked about it on this show with him. We did a deep dive into his football career. And I think that was something he talked about. Dry your dagger. I don't think the majority of athletes leave training camps for better coaching.
Different coaching.
That's. I think in their head they think it's better coaching, but I think it's more. They're looking for something different or a reason that's not themselves.
Yeah.
A reason that's not themselves as to why they didn't meet their goal.
Correct. I would say, yeah.
And the first person you look to is the coach.
100%. When and I didn't even have a coach. I just switched programs is because let's try this and see what it does. I've done a little bit of it. It seems to be working. And then 3 years later now, it's definitely working. So we're going to stay on the path. I don't think they leave for better. I think they leave for different. 100%. I want to go see what these people are doing. I want to go see what this is going on over here. No, she does not.
Yeah, David, I don't think she's coming back ever.
She's done. she's done. Hopefully she took care of her money, invested wisely, whatever, had the right people guiding her as far as that's concerned. So that, she can do the things that she actually wants to do now, which every once in a while she pops up on my feed, and she's still training in some form or fashion, but to come back, no, I don't think that's happening.
George, when athletes switch coaches, they assume the grass is greener, and sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Yeah, I think in some respects, it works out. Maybe because there's more support. Take the Proven group that came from Australia. They were all over the map in remote settings with different coaches for the most part. By coming together and then becoming one training entity in Australia with some visits to the US, I think that helped them out as a group. So I think you have to look at the situation. But then the people that went to ComTrain for the money, the people that went to HWPO for whatever they were offering at the time, and not necessarily for coaching, I think you saw how that worked out.
Yeah.
But if you have a valid reason, like the Australians did as coming together as a training group, they were training together anyway. Why not do it formally under one brand, under one programming, under one entity, instead of mix and match stuff? It just makes sense. So anyway,
I agree. I absolutely agree. Especially on that, for those people in the same pants.
And Mal has an OnlyPans for her bread. Yeah, that's where all the money is.
I don't understand the sourdough thing. I really, really don't. I don't eat a lot of bread, so I guess that probably didn't help my cause any or whatnot, but I don't understand the sourdough.
I actually had this I had this discussion with a friend of my wife's over the weekend, and she eats nothing but sourdough because her doctor told her, if you're going to eat bread, that's the bread you should eat. It has all of the stuff that provides good gut flora and stuff into your system, and it helps your digestion and all this stuff. I don't like that tang in my bread, whatever that soury taste is. So I have a really, really hard time with sourdough.
Gotcha. No clue.
But to make sourdough, you have to get a starter. It has all these enzymes and stuff that kind of bubble up and do.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Right. And that's what is the good gut flora stuff. CrossFit. Cool. Eat a pickle or sauerkraut or yogurt.
I eat pickles every day of my life.
I'm not a big yogurt fan, but the other two I'd eat every single day.
I eat pickles every day of my life. Damn near.
When I eat sauerkraut, my blood sugar drops like crazy.
Really?
Yeah. So when I was a diabetic, if I ate sauerkraut and my blood sugar was high, right down the next day.
No kidding.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's the probiotics and stuff in it. But yeah.
It's the kombucha of bread. That's fantastic, CrossFit. I have drank kombucha before, but not often. Every once in a while, I'm like, maybe I should try it again. People talk so much good stuff about it. And I'm just like, this is weird.
Does Mal's sourdough have 50 grams of protein and 5 grams of creatine?
If not, I ain't eating it. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I don't know. You'd have to go to her OnlyPans page to find out.
'80s rom-coms, Media Hill, Triston, OnlyPans. It's been a good show.
Yeah, good show. Kimchi. Judy can't do kimchi. That's
Dude,
like Mexicans say you can't do a burrito.
Yeah, no, I like kimchi.
Come on, Judy. I love kimchi. But again, it does the same thing that sauerkraut does for me. Like it really regulates my blood sugar for some reason, like instantly. So I try to keep either kimchi or sauerkraut in my fridge at all times. And pickles.
We started making pickles at the house a couple weeks ago. It's like I got homemade pickles in my refrigerator right now.
I got last question, and then we got to get off the air. But one of my favorite sandwiches ever is peanut butter and pickle.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
You good?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Most people I tell that, like my wife, I have made her try one and she actually liked it, but she refuses to eat it just because her mind says it shouldn't be a thing.
I have been known to, when I get on various, call it a kick, whatever you want to call it, but like I have been known to have a kosher pickle and a bottle of peanut butter, jar of peanut butter, put some peanut butter on the pickle, take a bite, put some peanut butter on it until I finish the pickle. Like that's the sweet and the sour, the salty all together, like fantastic.
If you watch the NHL version of Drive to Survive, one of the Hurricane players lives for that sandwich. I love it, man. It's something my aunt made for me when I was a kid. It was her favorite thing. And she was like my favorite aunt in the whole wide world. We would go on road trips together and stuff. And because of that, one, it's a good memory every time I have one, but two, it's delicious. And my daughter loves them now too. My daughter absolutely loves them. And my wife gets all grossed out every time we have one. Judy Reed, what the hell, Scott? Listen, if you're an Asian that doesn't like kimchi, should you even be commenting here?
You have no right. I feel like an Asian doesn't like kimchi. Like, what are you eating, dude? Chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese? Like, seriously? Fish sticks?
Joseph, peanut butter and pickles, that's a pregnant lady snack. Well, I
call it what you want.
Number one. So, yeah.
Call it what you want. I have actually had peanut butter on a hamburger before, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, Colleen Fosh tried to get me to eat a peanut butter and jelly hamburger. She said it's the best thing ever.
There's a pizza place in New Orleans, Louisiana Pizza Kitchen, that did a duck, grape, and grape jelly pizza. And when I tell you, it was ridiculously good. And I was like, grape jelly. And they're like, yep. And they don't put it on after. Like, it gets baked on the pizza, like, you know, in the 8 billion degree pizza oven, however hot it is. And it is phenomenal.
Colleen Fosh could get me to watch anything. I was into bobsledding for a good year. I'll just say that, CrossFit.
Eggs and peanut butter.
Pickle pizza is dope. It is. Really enjoyed that. Where my daughter went to college, the pizza place there served, they called it a death cab for cutie pizza, and it was pickles.
Triston, what kind of eggs?
Of course, Megan, we can still be friends.
100%. 100%.
And see me, I've been telling you for years, Judy is white.
Oh, I've met Judy. That's not necessarily wrong.
Eggs, peanut butter. Adrian Conway did it, and I tried it. So good.
Scrambled eggs.
Wow.
Okay. Or scrabbled eggs. That's where you just mix up the letters.
What pickles do y'all like? Bread and butter or dill? Yes.
Yeah, they're really. I made bread and butter at home because that's what my wife wanted, but not a big fan of like super sour ones, but I will eat them. I usually, I'm a kosher pickle guy.
Judy, whoops, sorry. Damn it. Judy Reed, ha ha ha, Seema. I'm a banana, yellow on the outside, white on the inside.
She's awesome. I love Judy. I swear to God.
Oh,
Oh,
the chat is on fire today.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, Judy has the adventurous level palette. First of all,
Oh,
she's in the right place. That is fantastic.
or Twinkie. I've been called both. All right. On that note,
Yeah, she's one of my favorite people.
don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate each and every one of you. We are 32 subscribers away from 3K. 32. All we need is 32. Come on.
The subscribe button is free, yo. It really, really is.
By the end of the year, if we could just hit that, that would be freaking awesome.
The subscribe button is free.
That is my mother right there. Ketchup is spicy. My mom can't even handle black pepper.
Dude.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even get to do any news because we got all over the map today. 26-1 is going to Europe. They announced today. Lucy Campbell, Adrian Bosman. Since we're here, I have it up. I really had it up to share, and we got sidetracked. Shocker.
Yeah, it happens.
Hey, Lucy.
Hey, Boz, how are you?
Guess where we're headed?
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
It's not. It
Gets the people going.
There it is.
I hope Jenna Hawker is watching right now. Please, please don't ever quit your job.
She has been awesome. She's been the best thing to happen to CrossFit in the last couple of years.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing her last name right. I hope I am. If not, I apologize. Jenna, thank you. First of all, please don't ever leave. You are absolutely smashing it. Pay her. Yes, pay her. I don't give a shit what she's asking for. Pay her.
Deep fried ham, turkey, and Swiss cheese sandwich sprinkled with powdered sugar and smothered raspberry preserves. That makes
Who hurt you?
That makes me want to throw up, dude. I cannot handle greasy food anymore in my life. I just can't. I'm old. Doesn't do well.
What?
Sweet and deep fried just does not sound good to me.
I can do, but not that. First of all, a deep fried ham, turkey, and Swiss cheese sandwich. Maybe a grilled one.
Compare the media right now coming out of CrossFit to the last 3 years. You cannot.
You can't.
You cannot. That's why I have them down one notch on my media hill, because they're great right now. If this stays the way it is, back up on tier 1.
100%.
Give
me 6 more months of this, and you won't be able to hold a candle to them.
Yep. Unfortunately, greasy food hunts me down a lot. Yeah. Greasy
It'd
food
be like that sometimes.
does not stay in my body very long anymore.
No. I laugh about that's my Popeyes joke all the times that I don't bother going by Popeyes, because if I do, I just soon throw it directly into the toilet and eliminate the middleman, because that's what's fixing to happen anyway.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Amen to that, brother. All right. So we're going to Europe for 26.1.
I'm not going to Europe for any reason whatsoever, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, me neither.
I have lost nothing in Europe. I wouldn't mind going hang out with Pedro, because he seems like fun.
My mouth is dry.
Yeah.
I actually have reasons why, because I had my pulmonology test yesterday. Talk about it tomorrow. Lunch with the Clydesdale. Bye, guys.
Later.